What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the NG Models September 2021 releases. We got the hints today right at the tail end of August, Tuesday, August 31st, so we're going to go ahead and jump straight in. Got a ton of European releases this month, it seems like, so I'm really excited to see how the European collectors are going to fare with this release, as for the past few months, European collectors have been kind of left in the dust by NG and Gemini a little bit too. So they haven't really been able to get many new releases, but it looks like this month, this might be the time where they'll finally be able to purchase some really good releases. 4 737 releases this month. We got 3 of the Hotel Papas, so I'll start off with those first because those stand out more than anything else in this section of the releases. So they're probably all going to be Copa Airlines, one probably with like blended winglets, one with the splits, and then possibly a special livery based off like that 1.8, but we'll have to see what happens. And then November 9-0. That could be American Astrojet. I've said before that if NG is to do this, I will probably pick it up over the Gemini release, kind of like what happened with Lone Star 1, except in that case it was Panda Models. Waffle Collectibles made an exclusive Lone Star 1 release, so that was kind of nice, so I pre-ordered that. So I think this is going to be the American Astrojet. If not, it might be like an American 737-800 regular livery, a re-release from like 2 years ago at this point. That's super popular. I do need an American 738 in the regular livery because I have everything else but the regular livery. I've got the One World, I've got the Heritages, and yeah, I don't have a regular livery, so I'd like to have one. But if it is Astrojet, I'll probably get it still. Jumping down to the 747 SPs, they're about the same registration, or at least that first part. I think both of these will be United Sol Basses, with the other one being the Friendship One special livery. And now I know Gemini did this a long time ago, like the prehistoric times of model collecting, I think. So if NG is to do this on their very more innovative mold, if you will, I think this will be quite popular. 4 757s, I'm not sure about the Oscar one, so I just kind of put not sure. If I do come up with a prediction as I'm editing this, then I'll put it up on your screen. November 6-7, this is probably going to be another Delta without winglets. Unfortunately, some people do want a Delta 7.5 with the winglets. I know NG has done a Delta 7.5 in the current livery with the without any winglets, but I think it was in more or less like a Gen 1 configuration. I've heard stuff like that. Still don't understand what it means. I think it has to do something about like the overwing exits or something like that. So I think that might be the case. It might be a Gen 2 Delta 7.5 in the current livery without the winglets, unfortunately. Who knows? Maybe they'll just fit winglets on the 757s for whatever aircraft they're doing, because I did check the registrations of all like the 6-7 Delta 757s, and none of them appear to have winglets. So I do suspect that this is going to be another Delta 7.5 without the winglets. Papa Hotel, this is kind of hard to pick, but I went with Transavia, whatever that is. I know they have 737s in their lease to Sun Country during the winter months. So I think it will be in that green livery. It's got like a little green shape on the fuselage. Not sure how to describe that. And then Tango Foxtrot, this might be, I'm going to butcher this probably. Luftleiter Icelandic. That's probably what it's going to be. They've done a regular livery at Icelandair. They've done the Hecla Aurora, and I think they might have done the 80th anniversary special livery as well. If not, that will probably be my secondary guess. Moving down to only 177 release this month, a Zulu Kilo. This is probably going to be Air New Zealand, because really that's the only option you have. So I think it's going to be Air New Zealand. Whether it's going to be a regular livery or an all-blacks livery, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to be very vague with this guess and just go with Air New Zealand. 3 A330 releases this month, Delta Alphas, 2 of them. I kind of went a little random with this one, no pattern with this one. Lufthansa old livery, because they still have a couple hovering around. And then the other one I went with the Eurowings because they've already done a Lufthansa A330-300 in the new livery, and I do have the Gemini release. So if I am to switch over to the NG, I probably would have done it now, but I think I'll just stick with the Gemini. And then the Foxtrot Golf. This is just kind of random. I went with the Republic of France, I guess. The white livery. That's probably not right, but that's all I could come up with. And then one A350 release in Alpha 7. This is probably going to be a Qatar. They've done a regular livery and a One World livery, so this might be some other special livery that I probably don't know of yet. So as I said at the beginning of the video, this is looking to be a pretty good month for the European collectors, and some American collectors will probably find some interest in these releases too. The 737, the 2 SPs, and the 175. Those are probably going to be really good as well, along with anything else that any American collectors might need still. So now we'll jump over to the NG September 2021 releases. And here we are. Here are the NG September 2021 releases announced on the first day of September. So we didn't have to wait long before they announced the releases. I guess they just wanted to get this out of the way so that they could produce another set of releases for October. Starting off with 53171. This one is a very blank 757. I think this is one of the ASL Airlines Belgium aircraft, if I am correct. But there's like no decals or anything on it apart from, obviously, you got the cargo door and then like the blanked out windows and everything. I don't think they've done a Pratt & Whitney 7.5 with winglets yet. Maybe they have done before, but this is the first time that I can recall that I've seen one. Moving down the list at 58107, we have one of our Copa 737s with the blended winglets. This is Hotel Papa-1537, Charlie Mike Papa. That's quite a lot to say, but that's what it is. Let's see. The other one is with the split scimitars. This one is Hotel Papa-1838, Charlie Mike Papa. And we'll see the final Copa 737. This one is the Connect Miles Special Livery. So, El Avador Models made an exclusive of this with Panda Models, I think, and then Waffle picked up a few as well for sale on his website. So, very interesting to see NG do this as well, so that's just kind of what I've noticed. But very nice if you do not shop from either Waffle Collectibles or El Avador Models and you just want one of these. Now we'll move on to the other one, and of course, it is the Astrojet, so that will be a model I will have to pick up. So I guess it's a good thing I did not pre-order the Gemini release last month, since NG 737 mold I think is a lot better. Jumping down to the SPs, we have 07013, and this is a United 747 SP with the Saul Bass titles. Now, I think the blue is a little bit too dark, but again, this is a CGI image, so this is not what it's actually going to look like on the model, but that's just what I've noticed. But overall, it looks pretty nice. This has the larger Saul Bass titles. A lot of the later Saul Bass era aircraft had the enlarged United titles, whereas before they were a lot smaller, a little bit harder to read. 07015 is Friendship 1, so I was right on these predictions. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe this is the time I should pick up one of the SPs, because I do like this livery. I have Gemini 747-400 Saul Bass livery, which is extremely rare. I have the much more recent 2013 release. I think they did one a long time ago, back in like the late 90s. So basically when they began, they did that. Now we got the other 757s that are kind of thrown down towards the bottom. This one is another American Airlines Retro 757. So no Delta this month, which is, I guess, better than having a Song 757 or Delta 757 without winglets. Yeah, so this is like their really old livery from like the 60s, essentially. So before the American Chrome that we got, which is still around to this day, with that one Chrome Retro aircraft that's still flying. And we obviously still have the American Eagle Retro E170 that just entered into service within this week. So hopefully Gemini Jets will make that in the future. But overall, looking pretty nice. American Retro 757. I think Gemini did this a long time ago as well. So maybe it's time for people to replace their Gemini release, if they have it, with this one. 53176 is indeed this Transavia 757-200 without winglets and with the Rolls-Royce engines. So this is the green livery as I predicted, so you can kind of better see what I was trying to say back in the hints section of this video. Very nice. Definitely an older livery for sure, but I guess that will interest some people. 53177 is Icelandair 757, and this is in a older livery, so not the Luftleiter Icelandic 757. That one I think flies down to Antarctica, from what I heard through word of mouth. So this is like an older livery Icelandair 75. So probably back when they first entered into service. And now we have our Sol 7879, and this one is Air New Zealand. This is our regular livery, so no all blacks this month. Moving down the list to the A330s, we have 62031. This is a DHL A330 freighter. I think this is a Dash 300, because this looks pretty big. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think very many A330 300 freighters are out there. I know they have 200 freighters out there, but I don't think I've seen a 300 before. Now we have 61035. This is a Eurowings A330 200 with a big Discover title towards the front of the aircraft. So a bit of a special livery there. And oh wow, we got another release that got thrown in at the last minute. Actually, no, I think this is that Foxtrot Golf. And this one is, of course, an Airbus Beluga. The aircraft type just kind of threw me off. So we have another Airbus Beluga XL. So if you're trying to do Toulouse Airport, or Toulouse, whatever it is, Airbus's plant, if you will, this is probably a good opportunity to get another one. And then finally, we round things off with another Qatar A350. So this is very likely a re-release, just to, I guess, keep the demand satisfied for this aircraft, because I'm sure this is pretty high. And that is all of the releases. Looking pretty good this month. I like all these releases pretty good. Astrojet will definitely be one to pick up, for me anyways. The United SPs do interest me quite a bit, so I will definitely think about those, but if I had enough money for retros, I would definitely get these. Then we have the Jet Flagship 757, so that's what that was, with Astrojet colors, so I guess it's kind of the same thing, but at the same time, not really. 1990s colors, Icelandair 75, that's also a very interesting release. And then we have the Air New Zealand 787, DHL A330 300 freighter, or a passenger 2 freighter. And then I have a whole bunch of the Copa Airlines 737 releases. I know a couple people that have been really, really wanting one of these, so the fact that they get 3 in one release should make them very, very happy. So I think American Astrojet will be the sole model I'll pick up from this release, but very nice to see that NG is continuing on that grind, and hopefully October will continue to show that they are willing to stay on that grind. So, with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.